Hey guys, and welcome back to the third edition of the Sports Chief previewing NASCAR DFS. As you know, I'm Austin, so I'm doing this for the third time here. This week's race will be the Pennzoil 400 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So last week was the first time they introduced the new aero package for the Cup Series, and we kind of got a little bit of a glimpse of how it's going to look, but as a lot of drivers have been saying, that this race will be more of a preview for the way it's actually going to look throughout the rest of the year. So it's going to be interesting. In the years past, while I played DraftKings at tracks like Las Vegas, I had a little bit of a different strategy. So it's going to be a little different, especially with the draft coming into play and how it's going to be more of a pack. And to be honest with you, I'm not quite sure how that's going to look. But we're going to do the same format. I'll take you through our DraftKings tips here, and let's see who we got here. So looking at this lineup, as you can see, you have Harvick starting on the pole, Kyle Busch in third, Keselowski in 19th, Joey Logano 10th, and Truex at 23rd, and that maps up your plus 10K guys on DraftKings. And to be honest with you, Kyle Busch, he won the truck race and Xfinity race. For him to being in third, will he dominate? I know it's way too early to say, but I don't think that anyone will flat out just dominate this race. I think there'll be a lot of lead changes, and there'll be a lot of different leaders. But who knows? That's just my prediction. The route I'm probably going with here, if you just look at this, Harvick's basically got to win, lead a lot of laps. Busch has to do the same thing. Logano has a little wiggle room. Actually has, a good amount of wiggle room. Do I think Logano is the guy that's going to go up there and just dominate this race? According to practice speeds, which is what I like to go to, I don't think he's been that fast, to merit that. And Truex, kind of the same boat. One guy I like is Brad Keselowski. I believe he's won here 3 times, maybe 4 times, but I'm pretty sure he's at least a 3-time winner at Vegas. He's very good here, and like I said, it's going to be a different aero package, so it's going to be different to analyze. But with my lineups personally, I'm going Brad Keselowski. He's just insanely consistent. He's a consistent driver, and that's kind of what you want building your lineup. Now, that was a big chunk. $11,400 is a big chunk of my salary. So that's what I'm going to go with there. We'll just see how that works. And as I scroll down here, I probably won't have an opportunity to get some of these guys. Maybe it's a possibility, but what I'm going to do is kind of just roam around down here, look at the starting positions, see what I'm looking for. Eric Almirola in one of the first practices, he was a top 10 car. Kurt Busch, Vegas native, very likely he could do pretty good here. 28th position is very high. And the Chevys are really showing out in practice, especially the Richard Childress Racing guys. And Austin Dillon was like tops in both practices. It's pretty insane. So if I'm going there, Kurt Busch is very attractive there. And like I was saying, Austin Dillon, he's $7,600, but he's starting 4th, and I just hate that. He's just been so fast. Yeah, like they're saying here, turned a fast lap is 178.2. Hemrick 177. Whole mile an hour quicker. And as far as the car goes, he's got one of the fastest cars out there. He may be a pick that I go with just because of where he's starting at, but if he's starting 4th, now if he was in like 9th or 10th, I think I would go with him, but 4th is a position where he's got to pass. Well, he can only pass 3 cars, and if he gets to win, they show the scoring. You can check that out on DraftKings, but that's the only reason why I would pick him is just pure speed. I don't feel confident enough that he could win the race. He very well could, but as far as making a lineup, I don't think I'll go that route. What I'm going to do, I'm probably going to pick Kurt Busch. We'll go Kurt Busch there. And the reason being is, even though, as you can tell, I've got $7,600 remaining on my average salary, I mean, I could go Almirola and Eric Jones, and then that's two really solid drivers, and they're starting in very, very good positions. Suarez is as well. So I've got a lot of good options there. As I scroll down, like I was telling you, the ECR guys are quick. I mean, Austin Dillon qualified 4th, Hemrick qualified 5th, Dillon qualified 14th. Very quick. One guy I feel like will actually put on a pretty good show is William Byron for some reason. I've got a little confidence in him. He's in a Chevy. He's starting 20th. I think William Byron can do pretty good. I think Chris Buescher can as well, but I'm going to go William Byron. I'm going to go with him at the 20th spot. He's hanging around there with Brad. Based purely upon engines, basically, here. And if you scroll down even farther, you know, David Reagan's starting 6th. He did put on quite a bit of a show there. And yeah, let's see. Michael McDowell in 16th, Matt Tifft in 35th. Matt Tifft has got the same kind of engine. I just don't. Matt Tifft is, he's still learning a lot of things here. And I don't like any of the guys towards the bottom enough, you know, like Cody Ware or BJ McLeod last week, you know. So, got $7,900. The route I'm feeling comfortable in going is I'm probably going to put Almirola in there. I've got $7,600. And if I go Dillon, I got $7,600 to spend. If I go like Suarez, 75, that gives me Bowman. If I go 84, it gives me 68, and I'm right at DiBenedetto. I'm probably going to play it safe this week. So if I'm looking at this, who do I think is going to win this race? Speed-wise, Denny Hamlin was really fast. Kyle Busch was really fast. Brad actually is top 10 in practice. I think in my current lineup here, I've got 3 guys that could easily win the race, and Keselowski, Busch, or Almirola. According to pure talent, I mean, even if I went like Kyle Larson, I'd have 5,400, and I could go like Parker Kligerman. I don't even feel confident enough to go Parker Kligerman there, though. Let me see, like Matt Tifft. If I pick Matt Tifft, I got Ryan Blaney, which is not bad. Yeah. I'm actually probably going to go Daniel Suarez just at 22nd because I think that's a guy that can get a top 10. He'll run pretty good, and I'm looking at his stats here. You know, he got 10th at Atlanta. He's just sneaky. He's kind of a sneaky good driver, and I think he'll get around a top 15 finish. Leaving me with $7,400 to spend. Ryan Newman is very interesting at 29th. Daniel Hemrick is as well, but he's just starting too high for me. You know, Ryan Newman or Chris Buescher would probably be my picks there. Chris Buescher had a really good run in Atlanta. And Alex Bowman's interesting as well. Man, this is a tough one. Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm probably gonna go Ryan Newman. Yep. Reason being, and this is just not a very attractive lineup. I don't really like this one this week. It was kind of tough to go with there. Basically, what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean it up. Keselowski, 19th starting spot, top 5 or top 10 in happy hour practice. Could win any given week, and he's the guy that he typically, once he gets a win, he normally strings off a couple right, either back to back or right around the same time. He's a real rhythm driver, and I think he's just automatic for that price range and where he's at right now. I'm gonna go Almirola at 8,600. 25th is just an insane starting spot for him, and he's a guy that he ran really well at Atlanta. I expect him to run well here too. Kurt Busch at 28th. It's just too good of a starting spot for him. Daniel Suarez there, 7,700. Then Ryan Newman in 29th. Even though I think Dillon and Hemrick, I think they're going to run really well. Just for fantasy purposes, DraftKings, I just don't think they're great choices. And then I'm going to go William Byron. So there's my lineup. Keselowski, Almirola, Kurt Busch, Suarez, Newman, and Byron. So hopefully that was helpful for you guys. It's going to be a tough one, but this is what the Sports Chief is rolling out. Best of luck to everyone, and we'll see you next time. This should be going live 6 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. So Sunday morning when you're making your lineups, you can kind of see where I'm going at. This week was pretty tough as far as salary goes. So as the year goes on, DK normally makes it tougher for you. So I guess that's it. So see you on Sunday, and stay tuned for the Pennzoil 400 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.